The Venezuelan pivot the era of the shadows. For nearly 2 decades, Venezuela was the crown jewel of the anti-Western alliance. To the world, it was a nation in collapse, but to Russia, China, and Iran, it was a strategic fortress in the Western Hemisphere. While Western banks turned their backs, Moscow and Beijing stepped in with a dangerous lifeline, the debt for oil model. Russia provided the muscle, S-300 missiles and Sukhoi jets to guard the Miraflores Palace. China provided the infrastructure, trading billions in loans for the promise of future crude. And Iran? Iran became the technical doctor, sending tankers of diluents and engineers to keep the aging refineries from dying. Venezuela wasn't just a country anymore, it was a resource colony for the East. The January surprise, everything changed on January 3, 2026. In a lightning operation that stunned the globe, Operation Absolute Resolve saw the capture of Nicolás Maduro. Within hours, the geopolitical bridge Iran had built across the Atlantic was dismantled. The US didn't just remove a leader, they evicted the Eastern powers from America's backyard. Interim President Deli Rodriguez took the helm of a nation that was physically broken but resource-rich. But the timing of this operation wasn't a coincidence. The US knew what was coming next in the Middle East. The Hormuz Connection. On February 28, the sparks finally hit the powder keg. Operation Epic Fury began. As US and Israeli jets targeted Iranian nuclear sites and leadership, Tehran played its final card, the closure of the Strait of Hormuz. Suddenly, 20% of the world's oil was trapped behind a wall of sea mines and missiles. In any other decade, this would have sent the global economy into a Great Depression. But Washington had a secret weapon ready, a liberated Venezuela. Chevron and the New Order. By April 14, 2026, today, the plan is in full motion. Chevron and other Western giants aren't just visiting, they are taking over. With the Middle East in a fragile ceasefire and the strait partially blocked, Venezuelan crude is the only thing keeping global gas prices from hitting $10 a gallon. But what about the old masters? Russia and China are currently frozen out. Billions in debt are locked in US-controlled escrow accounts. The US Treasury is auditing every Russian tank and every Chinese road, labeling them odious debt, money borrowed by a dictator to oppress his people, which the new Venezuela refuses to pay back in full. The conclusion: we are witnessing the birth of a new global energy order. A world where resource-backed loans are being replaced by Western cash and reconstruction. As Maduro awaits trial and Iran sits in the shadow of a counter-blockade, one thing is clear. The battle for the 21st century isn't just fought with missiles, it's fought with the flow of oil. The Great Swap is complete. Venezuela has returned to the West, and the map of power has been redrawn forever.